What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the CryptoKreamers, and today I'm with the legend, the man, the one and only CryptoCloaks. What's up,
Hey,
buddy? How you doing?
What's up? Good. Excited to be on. Thanks for having me, man.
So, dude, who is CryptoCloaks?
CryptoCloaks, well, it's a small company that I started back in 20. Who is CryptoCloaks?
Who is CryptoCloaks? I don't want to hear about the company. I want to hear about the man himself.
The man behind it. I don't know. It was me, and now we're starting to expand. So it's really not just one person, but I guess the envision behind it, at first it was just mount or like hard wallets and hiding them. But through the process of like building my own node and doing all of that, it's more turned into the node business and just trying to get Bitcoin more noticeable and bring products to the people that they want, that they can help spread the message and make it exciting. I don't know. Everybody just talks about Bitcoin, but I feel like people want items too, or products to talk about, to show off to their friends or say, hey, this is my node case, it's custom. And then maybe it's like a talking piece or something. So that's really what I'm trying to push. And I think the big mission now for me is slowly through the years is trying to get a node in every home. I know there's so many big players out there that go, well, that's pointless. But for me, I don't think so. I think it's exciting. I think it's a talking point. And for me, I think the more nodes, the better.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the backbone. A lot of people don't realize that, but if you don't run your own node, you don't know if you actually have the Bitcoin in your wallet, right? Because you're relying on someone else's node, so I completely agree with you, man. I think everyone should have their own, if you have a significant amount of Bitcoin, you should definitely be running your own node at this point.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. If you're in Bitcoin for at least a year or two, I feel like if you don't run a node, you better start learning, because I feel like if you're in it for a year and you start going down that rabbit hole, you should be interested in nodes. It's part of it. It's all awesome.
Absolutely. And then once you get one, you get addicted to that. So anyways, what and when did you get into crypto, and why did you get into crypto? Let me correct that.
Right.
When did you get into Bitcoin?
I was going to say, there we go. Yeah. Crypto. Yeah. In Bitcoin, it was back probably 2018 is when I went hardcore into it, after doing the whole altcoin, shitcoin rabbit hole, where you first get into it and you want to learn about all that stuff. And I feel like I'm not going to lie. I went down that rabbit hole, and you lose money, you learn your lesson, and you realize, well, maybe in the long run, I just want to invest in Bitcoin. That's where all the meat is. That's where you're going to get your money.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone goes through that feedback loop. Every single person.
I feel like if they say they don't, they're lying. It's kind of like if you don't pee in the shower, you're a goddamn liar. That's like the two things or whatever.
So yeah, I mean, Tony Vase has this awesome, I like some things about Tony. I don't like some things about Tony, but overall, he's Tony Vase. And he has this awesome little chart where it's like a little, it goes like that. And it's basically, it starts with altcoins.
Yeah.
It goes to mining. Then it goes to, I could build a better Bitcoin. And then you go all the way down, then you get humbled. And then you start to learning. I got stuck in the mining part. I never left. But yeah, man, I went through the same thing. I was obsessed with Ethereum. I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
And then I got into mining, and I stuck to it. And I mostly mine Bitcoin, and most of my clients mine Bitcoin as well. So
yeah, see, I mine also, but that's literally just to heat the shop in the wintertime.
Oh,
that's awesome. I mine shit coins, I sell them for Bitcoin, and then I just use the free money to pretty much heat my shop. And
that's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. That's really smart. So
absolutely.
Okay, how the hell do you get into 3D printing? Did you have a background in that? What's the story behind that?
So I'm an industrial engineer, graduated, and in my senior classes, we had a 3D printer, and I was pretty much in charge of one of our main projects for the senior design or whatever. I was in charge of 3D printing and all the aspects, and that's kind of where I fell in love with it. And then after that, I got my first job, and then I bought my first printer that was just a a basic one, $300, just how I tell people to get one right away. You buy your cheap printer, make sure that you like it or you fall in love with it, and then you can spend more money. All the more expensive ones have a lot of features where you don't have to learn the basics of the printer, or if something goes wrong, you don't have to start tearing stuff apart. And I think that's a really important aspect to learn is if you want to get into 3D printing, you should learn how it all works. So when you do have a more expensive one, you kind of know how to troubleshoot it and how to break down the problems.
So if someone was interested in 3D printing, how would you tell them to start?
100%. I learned on Reddit. So I know Reddit's slowly dying. I don't know. I don't see anything really on Reddit, but the 3D printing Reddit's still pretty popular. And I literally just went there and I started searching through and just seeing what people were printing and seeing what printers. On the top of that Reddit page, they actually have recommended printers, I think, throughout the year is where I first got mine. And then that's where I would start. And after that, then just start going down the rabbit hole. We have a Telegram group that I started probably 4 months ago just to have a place for people to come in and ask questions and learn and figure out if they want it or what printer to get. And I'm trying to build that up so people can get a step in the door.
Awesome. Yeah. So I was actually I did a podcast with CryptoKreamers. I don't know if you know him. And man, he designed his own thing. He has the Darth Vader on his node, and it's so cool. And then I told him, I was like, man, I have a podcast with CryptoCloaks. Like, I'm gonna ask him about it. So I told him, I was like, bro, CryptoKreamers, you gotta make me one with my BITVOLT logo.
Right? Cool. Yeah, he's been working on that case for a long time. I've just been trying to give him advice on it, and yeah, he's doing a great job on it. I think the more people that design node cases, the better. I mean, customization is what it's all about, and that's literally what the 3D printing community is about.
Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna, because I told him, I was like, man, if you make me one, I'll pay you, with my logo, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, like, my next question was, you obviously do this full time, I'm assuming.
No. So
don't do this full time.
No. CryptoCloaks is my side business right now. I hope to grow it enough to where I can quit my main job. I'm an industrial engineer as my 9 to 5. So after that, I get off work, I come right to the shop pretty much after eating dinner, and I start busting out as much stuff as I can.
That's awesome. Awesome. That's okay. I mean, dude, I have a feeling, my gut's telling me that, within a year or two,
dude, I hope.
Like, I'm sure your business is growing. So let's talk about the elephant in the room and something that we're both guilty of. So my podcast's name is the CryptoKreamers, and the reason it's called the CryptoKreamers is because I have a WhatsApp group, and it's a bunch of us. Traders, developers, software engineers, high net worth individuals, and I was like, okay, it's a good name. But my podcast is truly mostly 90% is about Bitcoin.
Yep.
Your name is CryptoCloaks. And your stuff is only about, Bitcoin.
It's slowly becoming more and more about Bitcoin just because that's the space we're starting to mess with. And I don't know, when I first started it, CryptoCloaks kind of enveloped everything that I was trying to do, because I don't want to just segregate and go towards Bitcoin, because there's a lot of crypto projects out there that want designs and stuff. And that's what we started out as a company. We're design and 3D printing companies. So if other projects want to come to us and we design them for them, that's why we started it. And we've slowly evolved into doing more and more Bitcoin products. And we get shit all the time. When are you just going to become Bitcoin Cloaks? And we're seriously thinking about it. But the hard choice that I'm trying to battle with is, if I do that, then how do I let other projects come to us so we can still design products for them? I don't want to alienate them, because that's just more money that we can bring in to expand and get bigger. So it's a tough question, man.
Absolutely. I'm in the same dilemma, like, if I want to grow my YouTube channel, it's basically, you can't have it like Bitcoin Creamers, because it's only going to be Bitcoin people there. But I get so much shit, American Holds just shitting on everyone, saying, if you have crypto in your name, like, fucking unfollow me, so it's like, oh, fuck.
I always post on them when they do that shit, like Mr. Hold and American Hodl. They always post that, and I'm just like,
Mr. Hold forgave me. He forgave me me because I explained him the situation. I was like, bro, listen, I only do but I Trojan horse the noobs, man. They think it's about crypto, but in reality, it's Bitcoin.
You spread Bitcoin. Awesome. You always do like the one meme. That's the one guy that's just like side-eyeing going like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's me. Every time they post that, we're blocking whatever with people with crypto on there. And I'm like, oh shit, that's us. I think we're okay. I feel like we're okay with crypto in our space. I feel like people understand that we do want to just push Bitcoin and really expand that portion of everything. So.
Man, so we'll hold together in solidarity.
Yeah, for the time being, I know we like put it up a while ago that we were gonna try to maybe switch to Bitcoin cloaks, but thinking about it and sleeping it over the night, I'm like, I can't pull that trigger yet. I can't.
Don't leave me alone, man. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. Okay, so look, because I have no idea how this stuff works.
Yeah.
How do you 3D print something? Like,
how do you 3D print something? So you can start with a program, or you go to the internet and search for a STL file. It's just a 3D model file. So you can do that, or you can use, well, we use a design program called Fusion 360, and you model up the whole 3D print design. And then once you have your model, you put it into a slicing program that actually takes that 3D model and splits it up into individual layers. And that's how the printer reads and can print as it builds up. So you can set your layers to like 0.1 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter, depending on your printer. And it will slowly slice that file all the way up until it reaches the top, and then you have your full build. That's a really simple explanation, I guess.
No, I mean, that's good enough. I'm sure if people want to find out more, they'll take your tip and go take a look at your Telegram, which I'll link down, and take a look on Reddit. So how do you make a custom 3D print? Let me give one example, by the way, guys. This is the awesome, the legendary, the unkillable, the honey badger. And
can't tread on me, man. Can't tread on me.
Can't take look at this, man. It comes with little spikes, you know, that you could put in there. They're so thoughtful over there, CryptoCloaks. So
do it yourself quills.
So so tell me a little bit about I know the backstory, but I want it for our audience. Tell me a little bit about why do you decided to design this, and how did you go about designing a 3D printed custom object like this?
Yeah, so that one's kind of unique. American HODL actually reached out and was like, hey, you don't have any like statues. You should do a Bitcoin statue or a Badger statue. And I was like, that's actually pretty cool. So I started looking around, and one of my buddies, Hans, he's told me, hey, Zolko came up with this 2D Badger logo, the cold card one, the cold card Badger logo. It's an open source one. I go, well, that would be really sweet to turn into a 3D design. That pretty much encompasses everything. And it's kind of like a low key Bitcoin. Everybody knows what that Badger is. Exactly. So you can have it on your desk, and the people that know what it is, they know, oh, hey, that's Bitcoin 100%. So I kind of rolled with that idea, and I made sure with Zolko and everything that if I do this, is it cool if I make it 3D and sell it? And they were 100% on board and supported the whole idea. So then I just put it into Fusion 360 and started manipulating the file and putting it into 3D and actually giving that Z axis. And yeah, it came together great. And I think that's probably one of our cooler projects for art base in a long time.
Awesome. And like, I'm assuming the in behind you, those reels, that's the material that
so those are all the PLA filament spools for 3D printing.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And how long does it take to print something like this?
So that Badger takes about 8 hours.
8 hours. Holy
yeah.
God. The big one? What about the big one?
Big one I believe is 24 for just the black outline portion. 24 hours, and then the orange and yellow portions are about 12 to 16. So that thing's almost like a 48-hour print.
And how long, like, how popular are these? I'm assuming, the reason I'm showing this, is because I'm assuming this is one of the most popular things.
That is, it is becoming probably one of our most popular, besides the Bitcoin grenades. Those are our second most popular, and those things fly off the shelf even more right now.
Yeah, so I bought a couple, but they're all custom. So I cannot show them. But you know what? Let me pull it up. Hold on. Give me one
Oh, there
second.
we go. I was gonna say I could probably find. I don't think I have a whole one laying
Here.
around.
Don't worry, bro. I got
All
you.
right,
Here we
there we
go.
go.
Look at these. Look at these beauties.
There we
Look
go.
at
There they
these.
are.
The only thing is don't go to an airport, but other than that, look at this.
Yeah, we actually sent a whole bunch of these to Vietnam for a conference, and that's where the whole idea sparked for this one. And some people were bringing them through the airport, and they probably had them all in one unit, and they got in pretty big trouble and asked, "What the hell are you doing with this?" And that was a whole ordeal. Customs took the package and were questioning, "Why the hell are you shipping grenades to Vietnam and all this stuff?" It was pretty crazy.
That's hilarious. And of course, these are my favorite. I haven't made a raspberry. I can't say it, but I haven't made this type of node yet. I only use the My node. BTC, okay. I have a couple of those, but I haven't built one. I will build one of these soon. But man, look how awesome this is. And by the way, guys, you can customize these. You don't have to order the stock colors. You could put whatever color you want, and they have a variety of options. Look at that, Satoshi Babe. That is so cool. Give me liberty. Look at that. So that's awesome, dude. That's so fucking cool.
Thanks. I love those lightning shells. Honestly, they're probably one of my favorite products that we have.
So do you have any future ideas for products? I really like the statue idea, man. You gotta keep going with that.
We have a couple ideas down the pipeline right now. We're talking about maybe a Bitcoin ticker, but just the hardware and the units to make it. I don't know if people want to pay $75 for this little plastic Bitcoin ticker, because that's literally how much the hardware costs. That's hardware alone.
I would pay for that. All
right. That's good to know, because the hardware alone is like $60, and you're like, well, shit.
No, I would pay for that, bro. I'd pay $100, dude. Whatever, bro. That sounds fucking awesome. I would definitely do it. So it's a Bitcoin ticker. I don't want to ask more. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah. So it's just a little ticker that tells you the price. That's the most basic thing I'll tell you right now, is we have it in the works, trying to mess with it.
That's awesome. I'll literally be one of your first buyers. No, you know what? I'll wait a couple days so you don't.
Yeah, right.
You don't know it's me. But I'll show it off. I'll post it on Twitter. Be like, I got it.
Perfect.
So, let's get into this is very taboo, but let's get into this territory anyway. Let's get into the territory of price speculation. What do you think? What do you think the future price of Bitcoin will be at the end of 2021?
2021.
Yes.
So a year and a half from now.
Correct.
Man, I don't know. I know people want it to jump up super fast, but I like the slow grind a little bit. It kind of gives me more time to accumulate, just like everybody else, I think their main thoughts are. But I could potentially see maybe 50,000 in 2021. I know there's that S2F model, and everybody looks at the red dot hit, and we got all excited. I'm just trying to wait and see where that's landing, but I don't know. I could honestly probably see 50,000 in 2021, and that's being crazy. I think that's pretty speculative.
Do you think that it will ever hit 100K plus?
I think easily in its lifetime. There's no way it doesn't, with the amount of money the Fed is printing.
Yeah,
it just automatically will inflate with that. So
completely agree with you, my friend. I'm a little bit more bullish. I'm on the
I want to be bullish, but I also want to stay humble, because I don't want to get crazy and then I don't know.
Dude, I don't know about you, man, but as soon as I get a little bit of money in my bank account, bro, I'm fiat poor, as soon as I get money in my bank account, I'm on Cash App. Yeah. And it's like doing drugs, bro. I'm taking a little hit, I feel the dopamine in my brain.
I was going to say it's a little hit of, yep. I hear you. And that's why when we make money in the company into Bitcoin, I upfront all those costs in fiat. So if normally I need to pay bills or whatever, I take the hit. I never sell that Bitcoin to pay off bills, and I always just save up money, and that's how I slowly pay it.
I've never sold Bitcoin for anything. The only time is when I bought the little bookmark that that
White Rabbit?
yeah, White Rabbit was selling. That was the only time I've parted away. But as soon as like the difference, you know, like the amount of Bitcoin that I sold, I replaced it immediately with fiat. So I didn't feel so bad, but I still felt terrible doing that. And anyways, this is CryptoKreamers tradition, and this is the last question, ladies and gentlemen. What is CryptoCloak's favorite ice cream?
Dude, that's an easy one. Haagen-Dazs, peanut butter, and chocolate.
Oh my God, that's delicious. Holy
Dude, this stuff's so good. I've thrown up a couple times because I ate the whole freaking pint. But it's so good, man. You can't stop. I don't know. I'm addicted to that stuff. That stuff's delicious.
Yeah, it's super, super fire. I'm very familiar with that flavor. It's so cool because everyone we interview, they always, you know, have something super unique. We interviewed Li Xing from BITVOLT. I posted on Monday, and he had this gelato, but with this Asian fruit, and I didn't know what the hell it was, but I posted it in the CryptoKreamers chat, and one of my buddies, I was living in Asia, he's like, bro, that flavor is bomb. He knows what he's talking about. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. CryptoCloaks, thank you so much for coming on. If you guys want to find out more about his products, I'm going to link that stuff down in the description. If you want to find out more about 3D printing, I'm going to link down his Telegram group. And what he said, check out Reddit for 3D printing. And there's more stuff that you can learn over there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. Peace out.